I'm N64 Josh, and this is my review of FIFA 2018. This is my first time playing a FIFA game as far as I can remember. A few things really impressed me about this game, and a few things I feel fell a little short. So let's jump right into this thing. Graphics, I give it a 7 out of 10. Everything seems to look a little bit flat as far as textures go. Lighting and shadow effects are there, but they just kind of seem dumbed down. And then I went and looked at some gameplay of the Xbox and the PS4, and yeah, after comparing it to those systems, there's definitely just that lack of, processing power, I guess. It's not to say that the game looks horrible. It doesn't. It's just a little bit on the flat side. So docked, this game is running 1080p, 60 frames a second. I can appreciate that. Handheld, 720p, 60 frames a second. It's nice, but the textures do suffer a little bit because of that. Character animations, though, I gotta say, they look great. Very fluid while playing. Cutscenes, on the other hand, everybody seems to look a little robotic, like they're kind of all moving the same way. And the crowd also is just kind of very lackluster, you know. Again, not like major deal breakers, but things you definitely notice when you compare to some of the games, especially sports games that are out now. One of the games I do play every year is Madden. Not a huge Madden fan, but I do enjoy playing football. And you know, so I really have to compare it to that, and this presentation is lacking somewhat. Let's talk about sound. I gave it an 8 out of 10. Crowd noise is as expected. EA never seems to disappoint when it comes to licensed music. There's a lot of great music in this game. Announcers also seem to do a great job with the commentary. Didn't hear a ton of repeated lines, that kind of stuff. So it's pretty good. Story, 6 out of 10. Career mode is really all you have for a campaign in this version. And while there are some things to do, you can play as, a character or a different player in the game, or just as like the manager or coach, whatever. It is missing the journey mode, which is on the Xbox, the PS4. And so it kind of takes a hit there because it's missing basically the story mode altogether. Let's talk content. I gave it a 7 out of 10. You've got season play, career mode, online play, and ultimate team, which can be very addicting if you get into that kind of thing. Myself, I try to stay away from it because I know how addicting it can be. Not having the journey makes the content feel a little bit thin. And it just kind of makes this game feel a little bit dated at the same time. Like it is truly missing something that should be there. The other thing that's also missing is the ability to play with friends. It just really seems like a misstep and something that should have been there without excuse. It's 2017. Other Switch games offer the ability to play with friends. I'm not sure why it's missing, and so the reasons that I have heard just sound like excuses from EA, and I feel like it's just unfortunate and should not be a thing. Controls. I gotta say, this game, the controls are on point. I gave it a 9 out of 10 on the controls. There is definitely a learning curve to master everything, which I think is great. That's depth, which a game like this should have. But a novice, which was me, is able to pick it up and play. And I even won my first game, and they afterwards even told me, oh, you should probably set the difficulty at semi-pro. I thought it was a nice touch that it included what difficulty I should play at so that the experience isn't too easy and isn't too hard. And of course, you can always improve the longer you play. Last thing I want to get into is the gameplay here. And I gave this game an 8 out of 10 in that area. I feel like this game offers a great combination of arcade and simulation. And having like drills and tutorials before matches will have you moving the ball downfield like a pro in no time. And I really appreciated that. Like just being able to get a feel for how the players move, how to pass the ball, how to set up to, position yourself to score if you're able to break away. And I really just appreciate those little touches and think they're a great addition. Plus, it just kind of, it's one of those things that maybe you have a few minutes just to pick up and play. You don't want to get through a whole game. Jump into some of those tutorials and just, kind of hone your skills. I think it's really a nice feature, and overall, this gameplay is quite fun. My final score for this game, 7.5. The custom engine for this game allows it to run smooth, 1080p, 60 frames a second, but not without the cost of textures looking flat and the crowd feeling like it's from FIFA 08. Excellent gameplay and tight controls make up for these shortcomings in graphics. Being thin on content and still charging a full retail price is a pattern I don't want to see publishers getting into. Does having FIFA 18 on the go make up for the lack of the journey mode? You let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
Good number of shots in this first half.